Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and you are looking at a Fifi La Pew Pew, the 105 leFH18B2 French Tier 5 Premium SPG. And we're on the north spawn of Steps. Now, this particular Fifi is being commanded by Metallicom, and Metallicom is a streamer, and he's also a member of What Arty Noobs. And battle's commenced. Now you can see there is another Fifi in this battle, and I know that both of these Fifis did particularly well in this battle. You can see there in the tricolour, the French national colours. Now this replay has actually featured in another video by Hyun Dutch, and he did it first for Metallicom I think it was about a year ago. Very kind of him, but Metallicom asked if I could do it again for him because he wanted one with the commentary as well. And he's just setting up and he's ready to go. And I was happy to oblige because Metallicom is a good member of What Arty Noobs, and he also did a stream recently on Twitch, on which I was talking to him and to Zoe Balls as well, who was there. There's no enemy in sight at the moment, but I think that'll probably be rectified soon because there's an OI experimental and a KV-1S on the west side. Ah, yep, we've seen one. It's a T-46. That's a Soviet light tank, and he's parked himself behind that rock. Metallicom can probably get him from there, but he moves and the shell hits the rock wall, so he doesn't get it, but he's estimating where it's gone. Rounds out. No, it's just an explosion on the ground. Now that's a light tank, so it's probably scouting, and the OI experimental is coming down to have a look and see if they can spot the T-46 again. Of course, that T-46 won't last very long against an OI experimental. It's a big Japanese heavy. There he is. Yeah, totally defenseless. That was predictable, I'm afraid. Very predictable. Okay, Metallicom's fired at that bush. Just behind the bush is normally where a lot of enemy tanks tend to hide. But he's used his right hand mouse button to switch view immediately back to the enemy cap, because there's a whole bunch of tanks camping around the rocks on the ridgeline, and he can hit those tanks. So he fires around at the OI and gets a lovely hit, 135 hit points. I think he's going to try it again. Another round out, and that lands just short of the OI. The enemy guerrilla and the Panzer Stabsverleiter 4 has appeared. Stabsverleiter 4. And it's an STRV M42, Swedish medium, but it's moved. He moved just out of the way, just in time. I think that round would have hit him otherwise. Cruiser 2. British light tank. Oh, massive hit there. Now he's probably tracked. He's gone unsighted, but he's probably still there. Yes, he was. And Metallicom finishes him off. Or does Metallicom? Somebody else finished him off, actually. Metallicom didn't get the kill. That's unfortunate. Okay, that OI's been tracked. Rounds out. And he kills it. That's his first kill. He's got one at last. And that's STRV M42 was moving quickly, but he switched back to the west flank because there's Churchill there, and he's indicated his target with his T key. And Churchill's slow-moving heavies. They make great targets. It's already on half its hit points, or less than half. It's lining up for another shot. Oh, good shot there. 138, and he's tracked it. Another round out. Oh my god, that OI just exploded. That's an OI on Metallicom's side. That's an ammo rack. Fires another round at the Churchill, but this one falls behind it. Now he's going up against that KV-1S, so he's probably not going to want to go around that corner, but if he stays still, Metallicom will get him, and he does! 106 that time. Okay, KV-1S, I think he anticipated it would cross in front of that shell, and it didn't. It stopped just after he fired it, so he fires another round in. No, that's hit the rock face. Now, someone's indicated, the other Fifi is indicating the east flank. He's pinging on the map to say there's nobody there. In fact, that's right, there is nobody there. Only the STRV M42, the one they were firing at earlier, has come up. The west flank is, the east flank is completely open. Nobody there at all. Nobody defending it. So they're both motoring, both Fifis are getting out of the area as quickly as they can. They're moving west down the railway line, and then they'll probably turn and face that direction just in case somebody does come up. Now we do know that the enemy Arty's there. We know that KV-1S is there. Okay, he's indicating that's his target. Rounds out. Lovely hit. That was actually on the rear of the KV-1S. Hit the engine deck. Another round out. And another hit. And a Matilda 4 on the other side. That's threatening the KV-1S on Metallicom's side. Round out. Oh, big hit. And it burns. And it blows up. And he fires around the KV-1S. 129 hit points that time. But the STRV has been found. It's been seen. And he's just taken out the M41. So they know the STRV's there now. Just about to cross the railway tracks. Metallicom's lining up on him. So's the other Fifi. He shoots. And it falls short. It hits the railway line. And he's been hit by the STRV. Fires another round. And this time he gets him. And from the looks of it, the other Fifi hit him at the same time, but Metallicom claimed the kill. So that's his 4th kill. And the KV-1S on the enemy team is coming directly towards them. He's in the cap. Or is he coming towards them? There's a round from one of the enemy Artys. No, that KV-1S is moving away. I think he was more concerned about the AMX that he just took out, the MX-38. Okay, Metallicom's lined up on that Largo. And he's headed straight up to the railway line to the other Fifi. Okay, there's the KV-1S, and he shotguns him for 84 hit points. Great shot. Just poked up over the railway line, and the high gun mount of the Fifi took him out. Okay, the Largo's crossed the railway line. Metallicom needs to line up a shot. Rounds out. Oh, overshoots. But he's got a fast reload. So, and the other Fifi's suffering. Rounds out. And he kills him this time. 195 hit points. That's his 6th kill. He's got a Top Gun. And there's the enemy Panzerfahrzeugleiter. And he's going to cross the railway line. This is suicidal. And he gets shotgunned by Metallicom. And that was a round from the Su-122 coming in there. I think he suffered some damage. Okay, there's the KV-1S. And he's poking that railway line. Probably spotting for the enemy Su-122. But that will be a very silly mistake to make, because the Fifi can also see the KV-1S. And that allows Metallicom to shoot at the KV-1S. If that KV-1S comes towards the railway line again, this time round Metallicom will get him. And there he is. Okay, Metallicom's lining up the shots. Getting ready. Rounds out. And a kill shot. 127 hit points. Great shot. Oh no! The enemy has just killed the Fifi. The Su-122 just killed the Fifi on Metallicom's team. So it's now 1 versus 1. The Su-122 versus the Fifi. And I think most of you will probably know Who's the most powerful? Well, the Fifi is the most powerful Arty out of those two. The SU-122 might have a 152mm gun, but the Fifi is built on a heavy tank, and so it's got a fantastic view range. It's got a view range of 390 meters, whereas the SU-122 can only see 225 meters. So Metallicom's going to see the SU-122 long before the SU-122 sees him. Okay, so he's going down the dip. I don't think he actually has to go down the dip because he will be able to see it, but he's aiming a shot where the SU-122 was last seen, and that was right up on these heights. Letting it zero in because he wants to get an accurate shot. He fires. No result. So obviously the SU-122 has moved. It's no longer there. Now I doubt that that SU-122 is going to come up the centre. It is a very slow Arty though. Its maximum speed is about 30 kilometers per hour, and it's about the same as the Fifi for that matter. Of course, the truth is that the SU-122A didn't exist except as a blueprint. It was never actually built. The Soviets did have other vehicles which they used as Arty. The Su-76, the tank destroyer, was actually used as an Arty, but as well as a tank destroyer, mostly as an Arty actually, funnily enough. But the Fifi, the 105 leFH18B2, did exist, not in great numbers, but it was actually built. The Germans took the captured Char B1s and then turned them into artillery pieces by mounting a 10.5 centimeter gun on them, and they were very successful. Except of course they weren't, as far as I know, they weren't used in combat, and none of them survived. So it looks like they were obviously sabotaged, but we do have pictures of them. Okay, Metallicom's headed for the cap, and he started capping. So either the SU-122 is going to have to come to the cap and get a reset, or fire on the cap. We don't know where the SU-122 is. Oh, we do now! He's at the other end! He's just entered the cap, but he's entered too late. And now it's going to be a battle to see who can get a reset on the other Arty. So Metallicom's going to look at the enemy cap, and the other enemy, the other SU-122, is going to look on him. Now, usually it helps if you turn off all visuals, then you can see a shell. Now, Metallicom has just fired, and he's pulled away. And there's a shell from the SU-122. So the SU-122 has fired on him. Now, if you turn off all visuals with the V key, you can usually see the tracer from the enemy Arty as it fires. Can we see it? There! Bottom! In the grass down at the bottom of the circle. There was a tracer at the bottom, so we know where he is. I'm not sure Metallicom's seen him, though. Metallicom's looking behind the structures, behind the wreck. He thinks that that's where the enemy is going to situate themselves, but he's well ahead of the SU-122. He fires, and he moves off again. Now, does the enemy fire? He's about to cap out now. 3, 2, 1, and he's won! So he's won the battle. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's an ace tanker for Metallicom in the 105 leFH18B2, the Fifi La Pew Pew. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for scoring at least 5 critical hits, module damages or crew incapacitations. He got an Arsonist medal because he set fire to that Matilda 4 and it blew up. And of course he picked up a Radley Walters because he managed to get 8 kills. And we can see them all there. On top of that, he also picked up a high caliber for doing the most damage in the battle, at least 20% of the enemy hit points, and he got the Invader Medal because he managed to capture the enemy base and get at least 80 capture points in the process. In fact, he got all 100 of them, and on top of all that, he got a Top Gun because he got at least 6 kills. If we look at the team scores, he came top on damage with 1,898 hit points, but he was only just top because the other Fifi was just behind him. He came top on kills with 8, and the other Fifi got 2. In fact, actually, he was the only other tank on the team that managed to get more than 1 kill. He also came top when it came to base XP with 1,313, which is a huge amount. It's a very high amount. He did very well during that battle. And the other one came with second with 966. Metallicom fired 36 rounds. He got 15 direct hits, 15 penetrations. He also got 7 splash damage. He managed to get 1,898 hit points, of which 1,538 were at more than 300 meters. Obviously, he hit the Panzer that was crossing the railway line, and also the STRV M42, and they were a lot closer. He received 1 hit from the STRV and 1 penetration. He also got hits as a result of splash damage. Now, that was the SU-122 when he was behind the railway line. He damaged 9 enemy vehicles. He killed 8 of them. He also did damage assistance of 415 hit points. And of course, he captured the cap, so he got 100 cap points. On a premium count, he earned 49,013 credits. But after repair and ammunition resupply, he came away with only 28,337 credits, which is still a fair amount. He earned XP of 1,970. But it was ×2 for the first victory of the day, and because the Fifi is a premium vehicle, he got an additional 788, so he walked away with 4,728 experience points in total. So well done, Metallicom. That was a great battle. Thank you very much indeed for supplying me with the copy, and obviously it was really nice to have this, because this particular video is our 900th video on YouTube. Thank you very much indeed, Metallicom, and if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, which is run for the benefit of the members, and hopefully I will see you in the next replay.